Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the Broadway Diesel Performance Service and Repair EFRL Truck Series on Tuesday night live from Auto Club Speedway in California. We got just a couple minutes left in practice. Got some guys laying down some pretty quick times. So far at the top of the chart, we got Justin Hughes at a 40.36. Followed by a newcomer Irvin and Lacey, and then series regular John Bartlett sitting in that number 4 position, and season defending champion from last season, Josh Fox in 5th. While these guys round out the practice, we're going to go over our point standings real quick. Had a little bit of a shake-up from last week. Josh Fox has taken over that top part by only 1 point over Nick Fuller. Nick just followed us on YouTube. Thank you very much, Nick, for the follow. Frank Hughes in 3rd. Brian Lorenzo has moved down to 4th. Wayne Lowe, after winning last week, has jumped up to 5th place. Tyler Aspinall is in 6th. Brad Stefane in 7th. John Bartlett in 8th. Jeff Israel in 9th, Justin Hughes in 10th, Daniel Park with DACFU Enterprises, also sponsored by All the Dirt, is now in 11th. Austin Green, Far North Motorsports, is in 12th. Will Cloud in 13th. Dean Demur, who has a couple wins under his belt so far this season, is in 14th. Dominic Hughes in 15th. Will George in 16th. Donnie Bartlett in 17th, and in 18th is Dean Qualley. Stoney Bentfield is in 19th. Lee Krause in 20th. Daniel Jerza in 21st. Michael Sparks in 22nd. Zach Thornton in 23rd, Daniel Sparks in 24th, followed by Brandon Dunsford, Greg Froelich, Bryn George, Michael Steele, and Matthew Cochran. In 30th, we got newcomer Landon Lacey. Landon had a great finish last week, so we'll be excited to see what he can do again this week. For our team point, Misfit Toys has taken over the lead, followed in 2nd by Tyler Aspinall Racing. Far North Motorsports has jumped into 3rd by only a couple points over Adara Esports. DACFU Enterprises is currently 5th, followed by Mooselander Racing, Darnell Racing, JTD Motorsports, and TriStar Motorsports. Hey John, thanks for the share, buddy. Mr. Sparks in the 42 truck says, "Let's go. My goal is to not blow an engine in the first 5 laps." That was how his week went last week, so hopefully he'll have a little better night tonight. It's no fun when you're out within the first 10 laps of the race. All right, we are getting ready to go to qualifying. It is still a balmy 79 degrees, 57% humidity, a small wind, 2 miles an hour. Track length is 2 miles exactly. We're in Fontana, California. Pretty excited to see how the trucks do at the Napa Valley 70. Last night we ran the Gen 6 Cup cars here, And we only had 2 cautions. It was a great race. John Bartlett sets down his first lap. Oh no, he has not completed his lap. He was just starting his first timed lap. See him dive it down on the bottom. Try to get as close to that line as he can. Ooh, bobbles a little bit coming out of turn 4. Looks like John is going to be sitting currently in that 7th place. He ran a 41:30. Joe Darnell with his first lap was a 41:06. Currently on the pole. We'll see if he can do any better on his second lap. All the way down on the apron, tried to get the most runoff as he can. He improved a little bit, but he did lose that top position to Frank Hughes. And now Matt Cochran has jumped up to the top spot. Brandon Dunsford trying to improve on his second lap. Oh, no, he is done. He is sitting at a 40.99. These guys are quick. Landon Lacey's jumped to the top of the speed chart with a 40.87. Chad Waller just jumps up to the 4th place with a 40.93. Nick Fuller currently on the track. First lap of 42.02. That's going to put him 27th. Powers down that back straightaway. Trying to get the best run he can as he heads off down into turn 3. Thornton just jumps up to the 2nd spot on the speed chart. Zach has always been pretty fast. Nick Fuller doesn't improve. He got it down to a 41.15. That'll park him currently 20th. Brian Lorenzo in his Pierce Graphics truck looking to set his first lap. Oh, it looks like he might have ran out of time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are gridding up for our 70 lap event here from the Auto Club Speedway in California. On the front row tonight, we're going to have Mr. Landon Lacey. Outside of him, we got Zach Thornton. Zach is no stranger to being up front. Starting in third, we got Mr. Paul Irwin. Irvin. Starting in fourth, we got Matt Cochran with two wins so far this season under his belt. We got Dean DeMurray, finished second last week. Chad Waller making a comeback to the EFRL, starting in sixth. Last week's winner, Mr. Wayne Lowe, is starting in seventh. Frank Hughes is starting in eighth. In ninth, we got Jeffrey Israel Jr. In 10th, we got Brandon Dunsford. Starting in the 11th position, the person that won the first ever EFRL truck race, Mr. Tyler Aspinall. Michael Sparks, the one, the only, starting off in that number 12 place, hoping not to blow his engine in the first 5 laps tonight. Will Cloud, he will be starting off in 13th. Will George in 14th. Joe Darnell in 15th. Justin Hughes in 16th. Dustin Carroll starting in 17th. Randy Lapidus in 18th. Brad Stefane in 19th. Nick Fuller rounding out the top 20. Starting in 21st, Mr. Larson Parker. Jim Coy in 22nd. In 23rd, we got John Bartlett. 24th, Mr. Forrest Smith. Running in, I do believe, only a second race with us here at the EFRL. Josh Fox is starting in 25th. 26th, the man, the myth, the legend, Greg Froelich. Starting in 27th, Daniel Jerza. In 28th, we got Daniel Sparks. 29th, we got Dominic Hughes. Now the rest of these ones did not take time. We got the number 30 of Ollie Reeves. In 31st, we got Brian Lorenzo. 32nd, Daniel Park. Jesse Adams in 33rd. Austin Green in 34th. And last but definitely not least, Mr. Donnie Bartlett in the 35th position. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. These guys are getting ready to go green. Should be a great show tonight. One of the drivers that we're missing tonight is Mr. Dean Qualley. Dean normally drives the number 17 Ford F-150. Dean is doing what all good men should do, and he's spending quality time with his wife tonight. Dean, I hope you're having fun, bud. Lacey and Thornton leading us to the green flag. They're side by side as they cross the stripe. Going down into turn number 1 is going to be Lacey in that inside line, getting a little bit of edge going in. Don't give up on Thornton. He knows how to make the high side work. Oh, the 04 truck. Big crash. One up into the fence. Oh, no. Looked like the 04 truck got loose all on his own. That number 4 truck was Matt Cochran. You got to give these tires a little bit of time to warm up. You can see it as he turns down in. That back end starts to come around. Unable to save it. We got the 04 of Wayne Lowe. Getting into the back of him, and an accordion effect on that bottom line. Will Cloud's going to get caught up. He's the one that ends up in the fence. Brad Stefane, the 93 truck of Carroll, 96 truck. Looks like Nick Fuller makes it through. Oh! That 48 truck is going to be done. Johnny Bartlett. Look like he made it through at least okay there. Aspinall's in the pits. Hughes, Sparks, Coy, Smith, Jerza, Cochran, Lowe, George, Stefane. Jesse Adams says he's out. Will Cloud is out. The 77 is out. We had the big one at Auto Club Speedway on the first lap. These guys will be re-racking and restacking them here in just a second. Yeah, John, that looked pretty scary from what we could see of it, bud. You probably definitely need to go check something after that one. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to chat with us, you do have to subscribe to help keep down with the bots that like to post stuff that they shouldn't be. If you are on Twitch or on Facebook, just go ahead and chat us up. Be happy to hear from you tonight. Who's your favorite driver? Who are you pulling for tonight? Lights are off on the pace car. We are going to go back green flag racing. Hopefully these guys will let some heat build up in them tires before they get too crazy. We do want to see some nice long green flag pit stops. Some nice long green flag runs, I should say. Sometimes it's not easy for me to speech. Alright, lights are off. Pace car is going to be dipping in as they come out of turn 4. Watch from the starter cam. You guys are real close to the wall already. Thornton giving the 54 Lacey a good push, securing him from that lead, trying to get around the 51 of Irvin. Irvin diving back down low, battling side by side with the 54 Lacey for the lead. Zach Thornton laying in wait, looking for the proper opportunity to stick his nose in there on that 35 truck. 51 truck makes a huge push to the front. Clears them as they exit. Nice run. I do believe that'll be the first laps led by Mr. Paul Irvin. in the EFRL. Paul's hometown is Knoxville. John Bartlett getting up in there. He's up 16 positions already, up to the 7th place. John was pretty fast in practice. It didn't qualify over to his qualifying lap, but he was 2nd or 3rd on the leaderboards for practice. Definitely knows how to drive in a group of trucks. John is a member of the Far North Motorsports. He's got Polaris riding on that machine with him. Painted up by Falcon Graphics. You cannot be out already. 31 minutes required for Mr. Sparks. You have got to have the worst luck I've ever seen, sir. DCCR Racing has followed us. Thanks for the follow, Butter. Appreciate it. Dean DeMer all over that track, using up every inch he possibly can. He is up 3 positions for 2nd place. They are battling side by side, 2-3 rows deep, which is helping Irvin pull away from the field currently. We'll see if he's able to maintain that speed once the tires start to wear in. Very close, very aggressive racing by these cars up front already tonight. We got a caution. Let's see if we can figure out what for. It didn't pop on my screen. '97 hard into the wall. The 6 gets into the back of him. I'm actually kind of shocked they threw that with the way they slid down onto pit road. That is caution number 2 on the evening. 6 truck doesn't look too terribly bad, but that 97 had quite a bit of damage on him. Talking to some of the drivers earlier, oh, we got the front cars already starting to pit. I was just about to say they could go about 20 laps, 21 laps on fuel. So we're going to see some strategy playing out. Some of these guys pitting, I can guarantee that some of them are staying out. Then again, maybe not. Looks like 43 of Sparks has decided to stay out. Daniel looks like he is the only truck to stay out, and he just almost spun out under caution. Lacey won the race off pit road. He'll be starting 2nd. Sparks is going to have old tires and isn't going to be able to go too many more laps on fuel, maybe another 10 to 12 at best. Steve Fryman says, "What up, Bartlett?" John Bartlett currently in the 8th position tonight. He's having a pretty good run so far. Was able to avoid the first caution. Gained quite a bit there. Not sure what's going on with my ticker here. It's saying that John is now in 22nd. I don't know if he stopped back in the pits to top back off again, or what happened, or if he got caught speeding on pit road and has to take an EOL. His brother Donnie Bartlett, though, is currently up to the 10th position, riding around in that Miller Lite for Toyota. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be getting ready to go green as we come out of turn 4. .43's going to try not to spin the tires as we go green. That'll be the challenge here. Make sure he doesn't spin them, doesn't get the back end loose on him. Good start by the 43 truck of Daniel Sparks. Daniel is dropping back now. Those old tires are definitely going to do that. But he did get points for leading a lap. And he is currently 10th spot. Bartlett and Thornton going by him on the high side there. Back up front, we got Landon Lacey followed by Chad Waller in the 66. Oh, we got Larson Parker up into the wall. Able to keep it straight, keep it going. He'll lose a lot of momentum and a lot of positions on that one. Dean DeMurger looking low on the 92 truck of Aspinall, followed by Frank Hughes. Frank's got to win this season with the EFRL. Other than the road course where Aspinall dominated, he struggled a little bit. He's had some good runs, but he's been caught up in other people's messes and hasn't finished a whole lot of races so far this season. Aspinall currently running in that 7th position. And Waller continues to try to reel in the 54 of Lacey. Lacey's been a strong competitor since he joined the series. No, he's not bottom feeding tonight. You don't want to run down there much because it does burn up your tires quite a bit. John currently took over the 18th position. Fuller, Demir, Thornton, Reeves, Aspinall. You could throw a blanket underneath of them from 4th to 8th. Actually, go all the way back to 9th and count Dunford in there too. Reeves hasn't pit yet. He's currently running 7th. Looks like Green, Bartlett, Fronek, and Coy have not pit as well. Everybody else looks like they pit around lap 11. Could get pretty interesting. We've had some caution laps, so I would imagine they can stretch their fuel out to at least lap 25. Lacey's continuing to lead. His sim coach's Toyota is strong in the early goings of this race. When we start seeing green flag pit stops, a lot can happen. If you're not exactly perfect on that, it can definitely hurt. Lacey's truck is also sponsored by Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. That is our buddy AJ Coppola on Monday night with his counterparts. Those guys put on a great show for us in the Falcon Graphics Gen 6 Cup Series. So if you are bored on Monday nights, you can check out AJ on All-Star TV 15 on YouTube. AJ and his buddies over there, they put on an amazing show for us on Monday nights. You see the gap Lacey has stretched out over Fuller now in the second place. Jump on board with the 66 of Mr. Chad Waller. Chad has fallen back a little bit. He is currently running around right behind the number 92 of Tyler Aspinall. All the way down right next to the apron. Across the start-finish line, back up the track. Get his entry right for turn 1 off the throttle. Back on, just lightly easing it back in. See, he gained a little bit on Tyler that lap. Aspinall chops the nose off of the 66 truck as they cross the stripe. Tuning in once again tonight. We're at round 6 of the Broadway Diesel Truck Series at the EFRL at Auto Club Speedway in California. 26 laps in. I'm guessing we're going to start seeing green flag pit stops coming up here pretty quickly. A lot of these trucks pitted on lap 11. Some haven't pit since it started. Right now, Mr. Froelich is looking to the inside of Waller. Greg's down on the bottom, able to complete the pass on the 66. Now he sets the sight on the number 92 of Tyler Aspinall. Greg's able to make that truck work down on the bottom side. He won't be able to do it long before he burns up the tires. Dean Demers trying to make a pass on Lacey for the lead as they come down the front straightaway. Lacey looked like he was going to do a crossover move. Thought better, just tucks in behind the 41 truck of Demers. 28 laps in, a lot of racing left to go tonight. If you're looking for a place to race, the EFRL has racing 4 nights a week. We got the Falcon Graphics Cup Series on Monday nights, Broadway Diesel on Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights, we got the Four Cloak Media Next Gen Series. And on Thursday night, we have the EFRL Extreme Dirt Cars Pro Late Model Series. Should be able to find a little something for everybody. Check us out on Facebook, and then from there you can find our Discord group. Demers starting to stretch that lead out just a little bit. Got a half a second lead over Lacey currently. Fuller, Thornton, and Frank Hughes currently round out our top 5. Frank's had a pretty good run so far this season. Oh, I see Mr. Thornton blinking just a little bit there.
Somewhere, caution. Throughout the course of that last run, did you see any rubber laying down at all?
Alright, we're seeing Dominic Hughes crashed. Let's take a look. '51 truck comes up into the side of Hughes. John Bartlett's trying to stay to the high side and go around him. Oh no. Oh, John. John just has no luck. Gets tagged in the back end by the 83 truck. Backs it up into the wall, spins around front end into the wall. Locks it down and comes to a stop at the top of the corner. Wrong place, wrong time for that number 11 truck. I would hate to be his crew chief currently. I know the kind of words that are coming out of John's mouth. Whoa! Sparks makes a hard left as they're coming to pit road. Everybody and their uncle is on pit road. We are at our third caution on lap 31. Alright, well these guys are parading back around under caution. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go green coming out of turn 4. Demur has opted for that high line. Lacey on the bottom. Austin Green and Donnie Bartlett, along with Jesse Adams, are big movers of the race. They're up 27, 28 positions. John Bartlett is still currently in the top 20. We'll see how much damage he got from that wreck. It looked like he took some pretty hard hits, but the truck wasn't showing a lot of damage. Josh Fox currently up into 5th place. Ooh, got a little close there. Josh is one of the drivers running all the dirt trucks tonight. We got his teammate at Dak Fu, Mr. Daniel Park, also running these trucks. They were painted up for a special by Falcon Graphics. Greg Froelich in that black number 13 truck is up 23 positions. Currently running in the 3rd spot. Greg is having a pretty good run tonight. Check back on John here. You can see the side of that truck is pretty scraped up. Rear fin's got some damage to it. The front end doesn't look too bad. He might be able to still be up to speed. Making grounds on the 14 truck of Fuller. Zach Thornton. Wired back deep in the field. Must have had a bad pit stop. Not something we normally see from him. Josh Fox, who restarted up in the front position, like in the top 5, has dropped all the way down to 13th now. Donnie Bartlett is making a move on the 61 of Frank Hughes. Far North Motorsports teammate Austin Green in that bright highlighter yellow number 15 on the outside of him. Donnie on the bottom, Austin trying to get her done on the high side. Also sponsored by Old Smoky Moonshine. Let's see the run he gets coming off the corner and drafting off of the 61 of Frank Hughes. Greg Froelich has taken over the lead. Demur and Lacey have both fallen back. We got Froelich followed by newcomer Smith. Smith dives to the bottom, making the pass on the 13 truck of Greg Froelich. Forrest Smith, sponsored by 213simware.com. Froelich's not giving up. He's coming back on the bottom side. He's going to dive that thing deep as we send it off down into turn 4. Pushes up the track, loses some momentum. Austin Green up into 5th from Cookeville, Tennessee. Driving that Falcon Graphics painted up number 15 truck. You can find that truck anywhere on the track with those colors. Austin goes by on the high side, looking to complete the pass for 4th. Lacey not willing to give up the spot quite yet. 41 truck is all over the track, trying to find some speed. Austin stays up high as they enter back down into turn number 1. Austin gets a good run. He's going to take over 3rd spot as we come out of turn number 2. Side by side down the backstretch. That high line definitely looks like that's the place you want to be. Austin is reeling in Froelich and Smith. Froelich trying to get by the 81 on the high side. 81 moves up to block. Froelich stays in line, followed by Green. Ooh, 13 into the wall. Austin able to get off the gas enough not to run him over. Froelich charging back up though. Green down the bottom with Lacey and Demur on the high side, followed by Donnie Bartlett coming behind them. They're 3 wide, headed to the triangle. Lacey takes back over second place from Fronek. Austin down on the bottom trying to move with them. He's going to be able to slide up in front of Fronek as they come out of turn number 2 onto the back straightaway. Fronek back down to the bottom. Austin Green gets a push from the 41 truck. Oh, Donnie Bartlett hard into the outside wall, down onto the grass, able to keep it going straight. No caution yet. Donnie maintains position, but that's going to lose him a lot of ground to the rest of these guys. Joey Coy able to get back by him. Jim was involved in that crash earlier. Doesn't look like him hurt him too much. Yep, now the 19 and the 66, possibly the 35 are going to move by Donnie. There's a freight train coming on the high side. Lacey's taken back over the lead, followed by Dean Demur. Forrest Smith has fallen back to 3rd. Austin Green in 4th. Greg Fronek in 5th. We're 45 laps in. 25 laps to go and at least one more green flag pit stop. Pending cautions, obviously. Austin right now is one of our biggest movers of the race. He is up 30 positions from his starting spot. Brandon Dunford in that number 19 truck. Currently running around in 7th, followed by Waller, Thornton, and Fuller. Caution out on the track. See if we can't see what happened. Now, we need to back that up here a minute. Last night there was an incident between the 89 and the 61 truck. And I really hope this isn't payback. That is not something this league is going to tolerate. I know in the past other drivers have gotten booted from the league for intentionally wrecking somebody. And at a cursory glance, that did not look good. Let's watch from the inside of Brad Stefane's truck. We're going to back that up one more time, and I want you guys to be the judge. Give me a shout out in the chat what you think. Do you think that was an intentional retaliation mark from last night, or what do you think? Let me know. We'll watch it one more time from the far chase, just so we can get a good bird's eye view of what happened. I don't see any slippage by that 89 truck. He intentionally turns right into Frank Hughes. I would hate to see what the chat is doing right now. Alright, we're going to see if we can't pull in a driver who got a pretty good view of that. Hey John, this is Mick up in the booth. How you doing, bud?
Hey.
So I've been reviewing that last caution. Now, to me that almost looked intentional.
Yeah, he's removed pretty much.
Did he say something in game as it happened?
Yeah, I think he was saying that he was a couple laps down, so he shouldn't have to race as hard. And then the next corner he took him out to Liberty, and then the admin kicked him.
Good to know. I was kind of expecting that, because I know that's not something this league is going to tolerate.
No.
And those two got into it last night a little bit too.
Yeah, I was in a bad spot on that wreck there. Two guys was going at it for some reason, and then there was nowhere for me to go. So.
Yeah, you got caught up in a wreck earlier too that wasn't your fault.
Yeah, bad luck here at Auto Club, but try to get a good finish with Bar North.
It looks like you were able to repair your damage. You're able to maintain speed with these guys, or at least the way it looks.
Yeah, I just gotta get draft. Save tires. Hopefully we get a good run here.
Alright, bud, well, it looks like we're going to be going back green here pretty quick. I'll put you back, and you have a good night, and bring it home with a good finish, bud.
Yes, boss.
Agree 100%, Dakota, and we heard from John. Looks like he was parked at least for the night for sure. Daniel Park with all the dirt on the point for the restart. See if he's able to maintain, or if he stayed out, or what kind of pit strategy he was having. Love the colors on that truck and how it turned out. I'd like to thank Falcon Graphics for that paint scheme.
Gosh, man, I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, Brandon Dunford. Take a look real quick, see what happened with Brandon. Brandon's that 19 truck down on the bottom. Comes up, gets into the 06. I'm not sure if the 06 was loose. We'll back that up just a little bit. Look at it from a rear chase, see if we can't see what happened. Looks like they were able to lock it down and not hit anything anyways. You can see the 19 was kind of sideways there. Recovers, comes up the track. 6 kind of comes down. They kind of just meet in the middle. Brandon's able to lock it down. It's going to cost him a set of tires. We'll see what happens to that 06 truck. Oh, nice save by Mr. Jim Coy. Lose a ton of positions, but it looks like he was able to keep it off the wall. Nice recovery. Very minimal damage for these guys during that one then. All right, these guys are going to come in, top off their fuel, maybe get some tires if they've got any left. See, Park had to pit. He did not have enough fuel to make it to the end. Lacey, Demur, Green, Thornton, Coy stayed out. Aspinall stayed out. John Bartlett in the 11 is up to 8th place. He stayed. Pardon me. He stayed out. We'll go back green flag racing with about 17 to go. Far North Motorsports has made a great recovery tonight. Austin Green currently in 3rd. John Bartlett, even though he was involved in that wreck early on, is up into 11th, or sorry, into 8th in the 11 truck. His brother Donnie Bartlett is currently sitting in 11th position. We're going back side by side. Lacey is the leader. He gets lane choice. He's choosing to stay on the bottom. Now, Demur, during the last restart, when he restarted, he chose that high line. Austin Green will be restarting in 3rd, Zachary Thornton in 4th, and the 06 of Coy, who just had that great save, is going to be restarting in 5th position. Now, I'd be a little worried about those tires, how much he wore them out, sliding sideways for that bit down the back straightaway. Good luck, gentlemen. We're going to have a great finish. Once again, thanks for tuning in tonight. We are live from Auto Club Speedway with 18 laps to go in the Broadway Diesel EFRL Truck Series. Lacey's leading us out of turn number 4. Getting the green flag, he puts on the loud pedal. Austin Green follows him. Demur, slow on that restart, not something we normally see from him. Able to recover pretty quick. Austin Green is still stuck down on that bottom. Looks like everybody makes it through turns 1 and 2 so far pretty clean. Ooh, crank Hughes real close to that wall on exit. Ooh. We saw Demur sideways, but it looks like he was able to save it. Or at least down off of the racing line. He went from 2nd all the way down to 15th. He's got a long way to go in a short time to get there. Things are getting squirrely. People getting antsy. Three wide right behind Demur. Austin Green, currently our biggest mover of the race. He is up 31 positions, running in that 3rd spot right in front of Tyler Aspinall. 15 laps to go. Zach Thornton doing everything he can to close in on Lacey. Zach is one of those guys who knows how to save his stuff to the end and make it count. The big question I feel like we're going to have is, are we going to stay green till the end of this one? Some of these guys are making moves that are questionable. We got a big gaggle of cars right here, right around that 5th place of John Bartlett. 83 of Dominic Hughes looking down low. John Bartlett up high. We got the 6th truck of Israel Jr., followed by Donnie Bartlett, Aspinall, and Chad Waller. Aspinall forcing it 3 wide, pushing trucks out of his way.
Really?
Caution flag is out. Let's see. Down to see who caused that one. Alright, here we got a truck spinning out. Let's see if we can't back that up and see what brought that out. Alright, that's going to take place in front of him. Let's jump on board with Daniel Sparks and we'll start there. Holy cow. Alright, we got the 09 of Daniel Park down low. We got the 43 truck of Daniel Sparks in the middle. Let's see what happens. Park is coming up. 43 cuts left. Gets hard into Park. Park goes up into the wall, hits him. Whoa! Does a complete 360 in the air, lands it back on his wheels. I'll give him points for style. Damn! Up front, we continue to see Lacey, Thornton, Green, Fuller, and John Bartlett rounding out the top 5. Austin Green, still the biggest mover. He's up 31 positions. Donnie Bartlett, right behind him, he's up 28 positions. He is currently running around in 7th. We have definitely had some excitement tonight. Car barrel rolling, car ejected from the race, possibly the league. We've got 11 laps to go currently. We 10 to go when we get the green flag. We got some great drivers still in the hunt for this one. You can't count out Thornton. Aspinall is right there. Bartlett brothers, Austin Green, looking to make his first EFRL win. Always a tough competitor. With 10 laps to go, who are you putting your money on? Lacey and Thornton have been strong all night. I do believe Lacey's got the most laps led so far tonight.
Green flag.
Lacey gets a good jump. Austin Green down low. Zach Thornton up high. The 14 of Fuller followed by the 92 of Tyler Aspinall. Oh, got some dust up in the back. We got one of the Hughes boys up into the wall. Got Zachary pulling a Zachary Thornton, blinking just a little bit there. Austin Green trying to battle back on that bottom line. Thornton gets the advantage coming out of the corner. Whoa! Thornton almost cuts the nose off of the 15 truck. That could have ended his night prematurely. 9 laps to go. Lacey, Thornton, Green, Fuller, Aspinall, Bartlett. See Austin Green trying to run a little bit of a different line there. Was followed by Aspinall. Aspinall dropped down back in line with the 14. Thornton's got a, Green's got to run on the outside of Thornton as they enter into turn 2. See if he's able to maintain momentum as they come out and make that pass stick. Green makes the pass stick. He is currently second. Going to be 7 laps to go as they cross the stripe. Top trucks are starting to spread out just a little bit and get some room in between them. We got Lacey, Green, Thornton, top 3 currently. Followed by Fuller, Aspinall, and Bartlett, nose to tail. Thornton trying a little bit of a different line, that time through 3 and 4. Trying to gain some room on the 15. Lacey continues to lead. 0.4 seconds over the 15 of Green. Ooh, Thornton hard into that outside wall. Fuller taking evasive maneuvers behind him along with Aspinall and Bartlett. He's definitely losing positions. Thornton has dropped all the way down to 6th. Lacey, Green, Fuller, Aspinall, John Bartlett rounding out your top 5. 6 laps to go. Thornton trying to make a comeback, get underneath Bartlett. You can see the marks on the side of Thornton's truck. He pounded that wall hard. Demur coming back into the picture to battle Bartlett. Oh! Oh!
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, that was probably one of the worst wrecks I've seen. We'll take a look at that one. Got Greg Froenick involved. And I do believe that 6 truck of Jeff Israel. You got Chad Waller looking to the high side on the outside of Froenick. Waller gets into the wall. Bumps the 13 truck. 13 comes down. Slams into the 6 truck. Israel hard into the wall. Hooks it. Launches, almost completes the catch fence. 13 of Fronic rolls back down across the track. Oh, the 6 truck lands back in front of a whole gaggle of trucks. Right in front of Donnie Bartlett. Spectacular crash. That is going to put us in a green-white checkered situation. Leading us up on the front, we have Lacey, Green, Fuller, Aspinall, Thornton, Bartlett, Demur, Josh Fox, Larson, Parker, and Dominic Hughes in the 83. You'll see the 2 truck getting his lap back. We do have 3 green-white checker opportunities. Hopefully we don't have to use those all. We are currently at our 7th caution. Had some pretty amazing races even though we do have 7 cautions. There's been so many good battles. This is definitely one of the best races as far as battle-wise we've had in the truck series. Nice to see some new faces up front. Lights are off on the pace car. 54 gets lane choice. Looks like he's taking the low line. That'll put Austin Green on the high side for the restart. Nick Fuller in 3rd, Tyler Aspinall in 4th, Thornton in 5th, and John Bartlett in 6th. These guys need to time that restart just perfectly. Don't want to spin the tires, but you don't want to let the other guy get a good jump on you. Lee Kraus is unable to make the race tonight. He's still in Vegas. We won't ask what happens because we know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Lacey leads us to the start. Austin Green on the outside of him. Aspinall glued to the bumper of Green. Lacey gets out to a huge start. Lacey blinked out for just a minute. We got Fuller and Green battling side by side as we come out of turn number 2. As long as the leader takes the white flag, there will no longer be any more green-white checkered. Lacey followed by Green, Fuller, and Aspinall. White flag is taken. Thornton is spun across the grass. These guys will battle this one out to the end. Right now we got Lacey Green and Aspinall, followed by Fuller, Fox, and Bartlett. Aspinall looking down low to get underneath the 15 of Green. See if he's able to complete the pass or if Austin's able to hold on to that high side as they come back to the stripe. Josh Fox looking low. Lacey, Green, Aspinall, and Fox, Fuller, and Bartlett. Parker, Hughes, Demur, the 19 of Brandon Dunford are our top 10 drivers. Wow, what a finish for second place. Lacey had it wrapped up, but the rest of them were just battling like crazy. We'll give these guys just a second to pull around to the front, and we will get our top 3 for interviews. See the guys coming up and congratulating Lacey on his win. All right, they're lined up. We'll get a good shot of these cars, and then we'll start with our interviews. We'll be starting with our third place finisher. Give these guys just a minute to jump into the interview room. All right, we got our third place finisher up in the interview room. Finishing third place tonight, we got the number 92 truck of Tyler Aspinall. Congratulations, Tyler.
Thank you, Mick.
You guys had a hell of a battle coming to the line between you, Fox, and Green.
Yeah, that was yeah, I might have crapped myself there. If it wasn't for Nick pushing me there at the end, I think you would not be talking to me right now.
So you've had some mixed results so far in the Truck Series this season. You're always up front, but it looks like, you know, sometimes you run into some bad luck where you haven't been able to get the best finishes.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of what happens and when it happens, and if I'm in control of what or when happens, really. I think there I definitely got really lucky, especially with Nick pushing me at the end, and then other races. Trying to think of a good one for an example. I don't really remember the bad ones, thankfully, but I know there definitely are some bad ones out there.
Overall, this season in the EFRL, you've had some pretty strong finishes. You dominated a couple weeks ago at the road at the Roval in the Cup Series.
No grip hacks were used there, I promise.
Oh, never thought for a second they were, bud.
If you want to find grip hacks, though, go to adresports.com.
Looks like you got a new sponsor and a new truck this season. You got W on board, and you're switched over to Fords.
Yeah, the main reason for the switch to Fords was because I got a truck, got a Ford Ranger, so kind of had to represent, you know.
There you go, bud. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Yeah, W Energy, use code Aspinall29 at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. 213simler.com, 4Cloak Media, and anybody who is watching for me tonight, thank you. And I think that is just about it.
All right, Tyler, you have a great night, and we'll see you back next week.
All right, you too, Mick. Thank you.
All right, we got our second place finisher in the booth, Mr. Austin Green.
Hey, Mick, how's it going?
Dude, doing great. Your truck looks pretty battered, but you managed to pull that one off at the end.
Yeah, that was a good race. I wish I'd have had something for Landon, but I can't complain about second.
That was a pretty intense battle you guys had coming out of turn number 4. Everybody was diving all over the place. Looked like it was going to be 3 wide coming to the line.
Yeah, I got a good run up top and was able to pull away from Tyler.
Congratulations on your second place finish. Actually, all the guys from Far North Motorsports looked like they had a pretty decent night tonight. John finished in 6th. Last time I saw Donnie, he was up pretty good.
Yeah, it was definitely a good team night.
I think you were definitely our biggest mover. You didn't qualify. You were up 32 positions.
Yeah, something just kind of clicked there at the end of the race, and I was able to drive through the field.
Well, congratulations, bud. Look forward to seeing you in the podium a little more later this season.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Oh, just my teammates. They definitely helped me out throughout the race, and got to give a shout out to the team owner.
Hey, I appreciate it, bud. Well, thank you very much, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Yep, see you.
And now for our race winner, Mr. Landon Lacey. I do believe you led most of the laps tonight, and you were able to bring that thing home in first. Landon, you got a copy, bud?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, there we go.
All right, sorry. Yeah, we had a good race. You know, tire strategy at the beginning of the race had some guys that would come up from about mid-pack and work their way to the front, and then you know, kind of fall off after about 10, 15 laps. But overall, it was just based on how the cautions fell.
Yeah, you had some pretty good battles early on with Dean Demur, and then towards the end, Zach Thornton. Zach got into the wall and lost quite a few positions there towards the end, and then he got spun on that last lap as they were crossing the stripe to take the one to go.
Yeah, you know, I hate for what happened to Dean. He had a really good truck. It sounds like somebody just got into him and sent him back a little ways, and he wasn't able to recover. Same thing with Thornton. I hate that he got in the wall and we couldn't, you know, have a little battle there at the end. But I've been trying really hard to win one of these ever since I came along at Bristol Dirt. I tried really hard to win Bristol Dirt, and Dean barely edged me out there. But I'm glad to finally get one here at Auto Club.
Well, congratulations. You definitely had the truck to beat tonight. I'd like to give a shout out to one of your main sponsors, our buddies over at Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, Mr. AJ Coppola. Those guys.
Yeah, shout out to those guys and everything they do on Monday nights with this league, and shout out to them on what they do on Wednesday nights with their podcasts. And you know, that's a good group of people to, you know, if you like nerd things and doing nerd things, that's the podcast for you. So go check them out on All Star 15 on YouTube. Also, shout out to Sim Coaches. Thank you for everything that they do for me. Thank you to you for the broadcast. Thank you to the guys that put this on week in and week out. And other than that, thank you to everybody that's gotten me here to this point. Oh, also thank you to my teammates over at DEI.
Those guys are always great guys to race with.
Yes, sir, they are.
And thank you for putting on a good show. I know you've been knocking on that win since you joined the league. Just couldn't quite close the door. Tonight you were able to bring that thing home and park it where it needed to be parked.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we can get a couple more here in these next couple of weeks.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you back next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, you have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Yeah.
Man. From all of us at the EFRL and Broadway Diesel Performance, I'd like to thank you all for joining us in tonight. We had a heck of a race. Some pretty intense crashes. Some pretty crazy things went on tonight. Overall, that was probably some of the best racing I've seen. I'd like to thank everybody that took place tonight and everybody that was watching. If you are looking for a place to race, we got you covered 4 nights a week. Check us out, the Extreme Forces Racing League on Facebook. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you very much.